Hey everyone, this is Michelle from Gaming Cypher with a new review. The remake of Atelier Marie, The Alchemist of Salburg, initially developed by Gust and remade and published by Koei Tecmo, brings the original into modern times, introducing several new elements while also maintaining the classic's cozy charm. The story for the remake is the same as the original. Marie is a student at the Royal Academy of Magic in Salburg, struggling with her studies. In an effort to help support Marie, one of her professors, Ingrid, gives her a special final exam. Marie is given an atelier and 5 years to create an item to impress Ingrid, i.e., make an item that is at least a level 6. In the original game, Marie has 5 years to complete the exam, a surprisingly short amount of time in-game. In the remake, though, players can choose between keeping the time limit or playing with unlimited time. There are benefits to both. The normal time mode includes story events not available in unlimited mode, but the unlimited mode allows players time to unlock the numerous new story events that have been added. For the remake, developers have included new storylines for each potential party member. Marie unlocks story events by increasing her friendship with each character, a task that takes a surprisingly long time and is actually impossible to achieve in the normal timed mode. I am on my 3rd playthrough in normal mode and have yet to see all the potential character storylines. The story might seem simple, but is surprisingly complex. Every action, from gathering to synthesizing to travel to returning to the atelier, takes up days in the game, meaning that a simple trip to the nearby forest can eat up 2 weeks of the 5-year time limit. Within each year, there are also special annual events such as the Salburg Festival, King's Birthday, and an eclipse, which, if Marie can make the date, will unlock even more story events. Players must constantly balance their desires between meeting the overarching objective of graduating, unlocking story events, leveling up to defeat the big bads scattered throughout the country, all while keeping a close eye on the calendar. The game's core revolves around synthesizing new items, and to do that, players must explore, gather, and battle. The synthesis system at Marie's workshop allows players to create items by combining ingredients found by exploring different locations or talking to townspeople. The success of a synthesis depends on Marie's current level, her fatigue, and even the cleanliness of her workshop. Leaving the city to gather ingredients is dangerous, so Marie will need to hire at least 2 party members to help her on her adventures to gather the necessary ingredients and battle the scary monsters. Developers have built an entirely new engine for the remake to update the graphics and gameplay. The original characters were simple 2D renderings, but now characters are fully 3D, of the large-headed chibi variety, and are more easily controlled by players as they move about. Developers kept the original auto-gather mechanic, but also fleshed out game locations and allowed players to manually gather and explore. Again, both manual and auto gathering have their benefits. Manual gathering means players can target the specific resource they want or need, which is helpful since every item gathered equals 1 day of the precious 5 years. But auto gathering also increases the chances of randomly finding high-value items. Manual gathering means players can choose to avoid enemies if they are too low in level in an area. But in contrast, auto-gathering also includes random encounters that can knock a party out if they are overly ambitious. The game also allows players to decide how much thinking they want to do in battle. The battle system is turn-based, with simple attack, defend, change position, special ability, use item, and run commands. But developers have also included an auto-battle mode, so players can simply let Marie and her party make the choices and take care of business. I relied on auto battle 99% of the time and used the break in the game to scroll on my phone. I found out though that auto battle is almost useless when battling the boss monsters scattered throughout the game, and actual strategy is needed when facing the big bads. The remake also includes mini games, which add a whole other layer of stress to the game. Whenever Marie synthesizes something special, like cherry cheese or a time table, or gathers apples and gold salmon, some really annoying mouse/ghost/puni/bear comes out of nowhere and tries to take it. If players beat the minigames, they are rewarded with additional resources, but if they lose, then they lose both the item and the game time spent gathering it. While reading this, I realized how many times I've said the phrase, "this game also has." This game also does. This game also allows. And I think that sums up this review. Developers did not stop at just updating graphics and calling it a remake. They actually remade the game, keeping all of the originals, but layering in new features that add depth to the experience. I really like how devs put the gameplay experience into the player's hands. The basic plot will take players maybe 4 to 6 hours to complete, but add in all the potential unlocks, and this game quickly surpasses 20 hours of gameplay. At least, that's how much time I've invested in it so far, and I'm still not done. This is a simple, sweet game that is surprisingly stressful and strategic, and from me, it gets a 9 out of 10. Atelier Remake, The Alchemist of Salburg, is releasing on Nintendo Switch, PS4 and 5, and Steam.